Imitation, the most fundamental of all building blocks. My name is Michael Conti with Parent Empowerment Coaching. This is another series about our book, Off the Waitlist, a parent's guide for children, young children with disabilities. And in today's chapter, we're going to talk about imitation, one of, if not the most crucial skill that needs to be taught. So what is imitation? Imitation is being able to observe someone else do something, and actually not even someone else, to observe anything and be able to try to replicate it on your own. And as a species, this is one of our signature traits, what has allowed us to grow as a species in lots of ways. And so imitation is extremely important. And so if you want your child to be a good communicator, if you want your child to learn from the environment, then all roads lead through how best to help your child learn how to imitate. And so when you think about skill acquisition, I would summarize that skill acquisition is the ability to imitate plus practice equals skill acquisition. And if we do that feedback loop over and over, that's how we're able to acquire the skills of understanding how to navigate a kindergarten, or how to even work on the beginnings of early communication. In my 20 plus years working with very young kids with different disabilities, one of the strongest correlators, if a kid is going to make progress in the areas of communication, whether verbal or nonverbal, is their ability to imitate. And so we have a very crucial skill. And even as a species, think what we do with little babies. Right? We get close to their face and we go, mama, dada. And what we're really looking for is that baby to make any approximation of those sounds. So what happens when they make that sound? Of course, we show all this enthusiasm and this excitement. What we're really doing is teaching them the power of imitation. That if they can see something and replicate it, that they get lots of access to reinforcement, tickles, and all the fun activities. And so it is such a vital, key fundamental skill. So let's talk about how do we understand it, and then we'll talk about how you can leverage it to help your child no matter where they are on the imitation curve. So I believe if you want to be a great teacher, empowered to help your child, you really need to understand the concepts that you're teaching. And so the first call to action is for you to understand how you learn through imitation. So the self-reflection and or challenges is, and you could choose any of these. Pick something that you're probably not the greatest as so that you do get that learner's mindset. So maybe it could be following a recipe to the T and really looking at the recipe. You can get something on YouTube and really following it to see that it turns out similar to how it turned out on YouTube is a great way to test out some imitation skills. Or let's say you're not the greatest of dancers. You can find a short clip on YouTube that has a short dance routine and you can practice and understand how many opportunities did it take for you to copy, let's say, a 1 to 2 minute dance move. You could pick whatever favorite artist that you want to use for that activity. It could be if you want to act a little bit. You take a scene from one of your favorite movies and see if you can act out like a monologue that comes with, that's strong and gripping and comes with all those, inflection points that come with the dialogue. I think by doing that, it will really help you understand the fundamentals and how crucial a skill it is, and what other skills that you may need to come with that. Some motivation, some patience. So that's kind of the first step, is to really understand imitation within yourself. Once you conquer one of those 3 goals or anything similar, now you can proceed to the second step. Allocate 10 to 15 minutes a couple times in a week and just devote to working on imitation with your child. So do an informal assessment. Just see how your child's able to imitate. If you clap your hands, are they able to clap their hands? If you say a word, are they able to imitate those activities? So do a little mini assessment. And of course, start with something very low-hanging fruit. And just practice that art of imitation and any positive attempts you want to reinforce. So if your child's like tickles, if they like a preferred something small, do little small things that reward attempts of good imitation. So if you want your child to be a strong communicator, it starts through this road. For any additional tools and tips, go to our website at parentempowermentcoaching.com. Our book comes out in early 2024, which has a chapter about imitation and all other activities to empower you to be the best teacher for your child. My name is Michael Conti. Until next time, stay empowered.